Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. It's morning for me. It's around 8 o'clock, and welcome to another episode of Toby's Wilderness Adventures. And we're out again for 2 nights. This time it's a little different. I didn't take a shelter with me, so I'm gonna have to build my own shelter, little makeshift shelter. It's a little cold. It was snowing this morning. Not even surprised. We live in Canada. It's April 20th. It can snow anytime. Doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. It's going to be a little challenging. I'm by myself. It's my first time solo camping. As you can see, everything is wet. We had a really wet week. It's been raining like non-stop. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge for me, but I have some great food, good food, a lot of food. So stay with me and I'll show you guys what I can cook out in the bush. Let's go and find a camp spot. I gotta set up camp. Yeah, so I'm walking around here. I'm a little disoriented. Everything looks different. We were here on our last winter trip. So now I'm looking for a spot where I want to do my solo camping, where I want to set up camp. But for some reason, I can't find it. So I'm going to keep looking, keep walking, and hopefully I'll find it soon. And another thing, it finally happened. Every time I go out camping, I have my stuff all prepped about 2 weeks before I go out, and I double check every single day so I don't forget anything. I did. Very important. I forgot my camera mount that goes onto my tripod that holds my camera. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna be recording all weekend. I do have my tripod, not the mount that goes on there. I forgot that on the table. But that's okay. Could have been worse, right? Okay, we're here. You guys might recognize this spot. I showed you guys this spot in the previous videos. I don't know if it's gonna be looking the same right now. But this little makeshift table here with, that's still my frying pan from November 2022. This is where I had my hammock set up. That's my stick for my bag. So now I gotta drop my bag, find some resources, some dead trees, hopefully. I don't want to cut any live trees down. I gotta build my shelter. I gotta protect myself. It's supposed to rain. I don't know if it was today. I gotta check the weather again. It changes every hour. It was only supposed to snow lightly this morning, and it came down pretty good. Unfortunately, before I started hiking out, it basically stopped. I was hoping that it was going to continue so I could show you guys. It was beautiful. So I'm going to drop my bag, walk around, get some resources, and get started. Oh, let's put my hat back on. It's a little nippy. Oh, so I just dropped my stuff, had a drink of water. Scanning the area. I'm trying to figure out where I can set up my tarp. I got to do that because I just checked the weather. It's good now, but it's supposed to start raining. Go figure. Snow, then rain. And it's supposed to rain until noon. So that's the first thing I want to do is set up my tarp. At least that for now. So I can put all my stuff under the tarp in case it rains. Nothing gets wet. But I'm having a little issue here. And as you can see, everything is sloped. There's a slope everywhere. The only straight spot that I see is right in front of these 2 trees here. But the trees are too close together to hang my tarp. I can't remember how big my tarp is, but it is bigger than that. So I might have to tie it from this tree to that tree across, and then come down this to the front, get some sticks into the ground, and tie up my tarp. So I'm gonna get going on that. I'm gonna have to find some sticks first. Oh, look at that. Oh no. I don't know if you guys can see that. The little itsy bitsy spider. He looks frozen. I'll put you down. Let's get my tarp set up. I gotta see how big it is. I'm thinking to build a little lean-to in the back, so if it does rain, the water can flow off the back. And then in the front, so I gotta pull a ridge line. I don't want it too high. Just enough for me to sit in. I don't have to stand in there. Always gotta make sure you don't have any widowmakers above you. I mean, this looks pretty solid. I'll be okay. Oh, I need a stump. That's what I do. Look at it. Oh no. Oh no. This is all rock. Houston, we have a problem. I am hitting bedrock. So I can't get my stake in here. All of this is bedrock. But not to worry. I have a solution. Oh, sorry stick, I'm gonna have to move you. I need the rocks. I gotta find myself a small rock, and then I'll show you guys my solution. So you make a loop, take a smaller rock, pour it down, take a bigger rock, and then just lay it in front. But that's what you do if you can't put your stakes in the ground. I'll see how that goes throughout the day. If I have to, I might pull another line down that way. And same thing on that side. But for now, to keep my stuff dry. Okay, now I gotta build my bed somehow. Gotta figure this out. Yeah, so this is it. I'm guessing it's about 10 feet long. But now I gotta figure out how to put my bed here. It slopes down quite a bit, and I'm thinking of putting maybe 2 logs on this side, depending. I'll figure it out yet. 1 log on here, this side, 1 log on that side, and then a couple logs across, just to be a little elevated. And that will be it. That will be my bed. And then I'll show you guys what else I got with me to stay warm. I'm gonna have to go and find some logs, some trees. It's not gonna be so easy, but I got all day to do it. Now that I have the tarp up, I don't care if it rains. I got extra clothes with me just in case I got wet. I might have to change pretty soon. It is getting a little warmer, and The pants I'm wearing, they're my insulated pants. It's nice to be out here again. Okay, well, standing around isn't gonna get my bed done. So I gotta go do that and hopefully get done by lunch or before lunch, and then cook up a meal. I wanna do some fishing today. I took my fishing rod with me and I wanna see if I can catch something off the shore here. So I might have found one. So this one right here, if it's not all that dead, it's certainly getting there. I will be okay cutting that down. Yeah, so let's cut this one down first, and then we'll see where that gets us. Well, I gotta hurry. Looks like the clouds are coming in. Timber! Looks like rain's coming in. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing, but in the end it always works out. As long as I sleep good tonight, I don't care what my bed looks like. I'm just gonna need one more for the back, and then a lot across, a lot of them. So let's get, I saw a fallen tree there. So I'm gonna cut that one up. Oh, she's dry. Could be good firewood. Okay, I found some dead branches. They're really dry. I'm gonna have to use these for pegs, but all the small stuff on here, great to start my fire with. So I'm just gonna make a pile over there. I might be able to use this, so I can use it again to hang my bag. I mean, it's not too bad. So now I gotta find some long enough for me to sleep on. So they gotta be at least 6 feet. And I'm probably gonna need, my guess is 8, depending on how big the tree is. I'm a little hungry. I do have some snacks with me to eat throughout the day. Not a lot. Actually, now that I think of it, I might have just brought one energy bar with me. I did have some breakfast this morning. It's shortly after 10 in the morning. I really want to sit down and relax, but I want to get this bed done. I mean, the weather is keeping up so far. Can't wait to get a fire started. Well, for lunch, I'm not sure. I might have just dehydrated food at lunch. I don't want to waste too much time today. I gotta find some trees. I'm gonna show you guys the area here. And I also need to find some birch bark so I can start my fire. As you guys can see, most of these trees are all live. Even this guy. I mean, I wouldn't cut it down anyway, it's way too big. Most of it is live. And if it's not, it's half dead, which is okay. I could deal with that. Yeah, let's go for a little walk here. See if I can find a birch tree. I'm seeing a lot of these dead branches that are hanging here. These look pretty wet. All of this dead branches that is hanging off. That's a great way for getting your fire started. Oh, I see birch. So birch tree in here. It sticks out like a sore thumb. You cannot miss it. If you guys can see, it's all just spruce, pine, cedar. That's what most of these trees are. And then when you look over there, you can see white. And that's birch. So that's good to know that I got some birch over there. I'm gonna take a walk over there. I got a bit of time before I finish my bed. Yeah, so I think from now on, I'm gonna make a checklist of the stuff that I always need to take with, especially my camera gear stuff. It's not fun recording if you don't have your most important stuff with you. But I'm making it happen. It is working. Slow. It's taking a lot of time to record. But I'm having fun while doing it. It is slightly wet, but I will get it started. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. All the loose stuff that's hanging here. That will be enough to get the fire started, and then I'll come back for more. Yeah, it's sad to see this stuff here. People come here, they leave all their stuff. This looks like an old tent. I gotta be careful. Snakes like to hide underneath tarps, tents. Keeps them dry. And yes, if you're wondering what kind of snakes, rattlesnakes. So you gotta be very careful in these parts of the woods. It's not like somebody can come here within minutes to pick you up. It's not easy getting in here. So if you got bit, they might have to send a helicopter. I totally forgot to look for some trees here. I'm looking for not too thin because I don't want it to flex too much. I'm looking for about 3 to 4 inch diameter. They're easy to cut, easy to handle. I'm gonna go out and find some. I'm gonna leave the camera behind because I got a bushwhack, and it's not that every tree, or it's not that all the trees are in one spot. I'm gonna have to look around everywhere. So I'll leave you guys behind, and we'll see you guys once I'm back at camp with all the stuff that I need. Oh man, it's a lot of work when you're by yourself. But I just came across something as I'm scouring through the woods trying to find the trees that I need. I'm finding a lot of what looks like, it's basically a whole trail of deer that looks like deer scat. And it's a whole trail, it's everywhere. Oh, you can see here, there's a whole pile. And then I found this pile. And knowing that these woods are full of coyotes, every time we're out here, I think this is now the fifth time that I've been out in this area, and every time we hear coyotes. I have yet to see deer. I mean, I haven't seen any coyotes or deer. So my goal is to one day come out here and see a deer. Wildlife, just in general. I want to see wildlife. There's a lot of it out here. Oh, I had to put my rain jacket back on. It's getting very windy, pretty cold. I just checked the weather with the wind chill. It's -1 I just finished collecting all the wood I need for the bed. So this is my bed. I just gotta tie these two together. So I still gotta put a stake here to prevent this from rolling back and forth. I'm good on that side. It's kind of wedged in the ground, so I don't need anything there. Just one stake in here. I might put another stake on that side just to hold all of this together so it doesn't spread apart overnight. Same as on that end, I'm gonna put a stake in there just to hold all these logs together. And I do have to change something up. I gotta change my tarp. As you can see, it got really windy, and I don't like that big gap at the bottom. So I want to bring the back down all the way to the ground so that I'm blocked from the wind, which brings the front farther back, which is good because I want to have a fireplace or my fire pit right here, and I don't want it to be too close to the tarp. As you can see right now, the wind's going crazy. I'm learning as I'm going, right? What I'm gonna try to do is bring this ridge line farther down. I don't know how much yet, quite a bit, probably half of what it is now, so that I can bring the tarp closer all the way down, put some rocks on there, tie it down, everything, and then this top part is gonna go up. We'll see. I'll try to figure it out. Looks like everything's tied down. Nothing is moving. Oh, she's solid. Oh, I like it. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I definitely gotta bring this down so I don't get any wind draft. So what I'm gonna do now is I chopped up a little bit of wood. I did bring my twig stove. I'm gonna make myself some food. I gotta boil water, so that means I gotta go collect some, filter, boil it. I'm hungry. Oh yeah, and I got myself a little stump there. I gotta find a rock, a nice flat rock where I can cook on. And just for now, eventually I'm gonna have my fire not too close. I'm gonna have to see how far I can bring the tarp back, and then I'm gonna have to do the fire just slightly in front of the tarp so I don't burn it. And then I still want to build a retaining wall behind the fire, kind of like a heat shield, bring the heat towards me so I don't freeze at night. I did bring an extra tarp, which I might put up on that side, and it does have reflective on one side. It's small, otherwise I would have used it on here, but yeah, I'll see how that goes. I'm gonna eat first, and then I'm gonna take the whole tarp apart. It is 12 o'clock, lunchtime, so I'm hungry. Let's eat. It got dark real quick, so I had to move everything under the tarp. And I don't know if the camera picks it up. In the background you can see that it started to rain. Within seconds it turned to hail, and now it looks like snow. Welcome to Canada. I'm gonna have to hang my food up overnight. I don't have a waterproof bag to do that, because just as I open the bag, all I smell is food, right? And I don't want to keep it close to me. And there's the sun. Now I gotta collect some water. That's the water I took with from home. Take some of my birch bark that I collected earlier. It's a little damp. Well, we'll see if she starts. It's a little too wet. So, plan B. I made these at home. So these are cotton balls wrapped up in Vaseline. So I just gotta open it up. And we'll see how that goes. And we have fire. Oh, that feels good. Okay, she's done. Get some hot chocolate going. Never had it before. Gotta remember to take that out. That's pretty good. Let that sit. Oh no, not enough water. That's okay. Put some cold one in there. Oh, that's a good treat. Oh, I'm gonna have some lunch. And adjust the tarp. But if I bring the tarp down, I won't be able to have this stick here. That's okay. I'll cut her down. I'll eventually find another one if I ever need one. Well, while I wait, I might as well rig up my fishing rod. Got myself a little cream cheese spread tackle box. Let me get this guy here. There you go. Yeah, it's a little different being by yourself. You don't have anybody to talk to. I'm hearing some gunshots. Must be some hunters over here. Somewhere behind me. Well, let's hope it doesn't come my way. Ooh, buddy. Oh, that's spicy. Oh, that's gonna get me going. Not a very good location for wind. I'll definitely think about that one next time. But it's the challenge that I like. Gotta overcome these challenges and figure it out. Yeah, for lunch I wanted to have a quick lunch because I figured that I wouldn't have the shelter all the way built by then. But for the rest of the trip, some real good food. Yeah, I'm definitely hanging the other tarp up on that side. So these are pretty sturdy, at least that one is. With this one I might still put a line on here, pull it this way. This might be a problem when it rains. Water is just gonna pool in there. I might put a stick inside and prop that up so the water runs down on each end. I'm not too worried about this side because the wind is basically coming from the back and from that angle, so I'm more concerned about that side. But now this is all down. I put some rocks in the back. This is it. I think that's it. It's a little lower than I wanted. It'll be okay when I'm sleeping. The only thing that's not gonna work for me is the fire pit. Now I'm gonna have the fire pit basically right here, far enough from the tarp. But if I have it right here, I mean, that's quite a distance from where I'm sleeping, which is all right. I mean, at least I'm gonna get some kind of a heat. That's all that matters. So now I gotta find some wood to build a little retaining wall, probably 3 log pieces, build it up, and then have my fire in front of it. So I'm gonna have my fire a bit away from here, and then a foot from that fire I'll have my retaining wall, and hopefully that will bring some of the heat back. buddy. Well, I could go for a nap. Another thing I took with me was a footprint. This is a footprint for my tent. I might actually be able to use this to close the backside up, because I thought I'm gonna have a lot of wet stuff, and I was gonna put the footprint down first and then all my stuff on top so nothing gets wet. But I don't think I'm gonna need the footprint. All this is pretty dry. Oh man, I set all this stuff up here and I thought I was recording. Turns out I wasn't. It's not the first time it's happened, and probably won't be the last, but I'll show you guys what I did here. So you can see I put a piece of stick there. I did round off the top of that stick so it doesn't damage the tarp. I tried putting something in between the stick and the tarp, but it's just because of the way the tarp is, it's very, very slick, and that stick would just fall, and it's probably gonna happen again. And I put the wall here. As you can see, I put rocks here. Same thing on that side. I did the same thing as I showed you guys over when I did that one. It's all bedrock here, roots. There was no way I could get a peg in here, but it works great. I mean, this does not move. I tried pulling on it, yeah, and then I just tied it up to that tree and that one to that tree, and as you can see, my sleeping bag is not moving. So some wind does get trapped inside and it moves this tarp around, but it's much better. And another thing I did, since the sun is out, it's been out for a bit, I upgraded my solar system, and I want to see if this works. I mean, I don't know if you can see the light. It is charging now. I drained this one at home on purpose so that I can test this out, and it's connected to here, and it has another one, so it's dual charge. But I don't want a dual charge because then it's going to take longer. So now I'm going to test this power bank. It's a 10,000 milliamp, and I have another one with me that I'm probably going to have to use pretty soon. I'm going to see if that solar system works better than the other ones I had. And if you've guys seen my videos, the 8-day trip that I did, I had two power banks and they didn't work really well, so let's hope that works. We'll see. But shelter's all done. I feel confident enough that I'm gonna be sleeping well, and I want to go fishing. But yeah, this is all my food right here. That's all my dry food. That's all my food that's staying cold. I mean, it's pretty cold out, so I'm not worried about that as long as it stays out of the sun. That's my puffy jacket just in case I need it. And then this is all my miscellaneous stuff that I'm using throughout the day. There's my other tarp just in case I need it, my water filter, my pot. I'm ready to go fishing. Hopefully I'm gonna catch something because I need fish for tomorrow's meal. And if I don't catch fish, I'm gonna have a meal without the main ingredient. Whatever happens, right? I'm not gonna put my expectations up in the sky, right? I'm out here to have a good time, to have fun. If things don't work out the way I plan, right, I'm not gonna be upset. I'm gonna let Mother Nature take its course and see how it goes. Like expected, no bites. I'll see if I have time later. I have all the time in the world. But if dinner's not gonna take too long, then I'll try again later on tonight. I'm gonna head back, bring all my stuff back, and then I wanna go for a little hike. There's one spot I wanna check out. We did a overnight bushcraft, and I wanna see if our location is still kind of the way it is. It was a good spot. I wanted to head out there actually today, but I don't exactly know where it is. I roughly know, but I didn't want to walk all that way with my bag looking for the area. I even had a hard time looking for that one, and I walked past it twice. So I'm gonna head back, bring my stuff back, and then go for a walk that direction. That one. Yeah, when we were here doing the overnight bushcraft, I pretty sure I'm on the right path. It was covered in snow. Everything looks different when there's no snow. But I do remember crossing that little creek. So I must be on the right path. And I know there was a big hill. So I got to cross a big hill, and it was kind of behind a hill. I am on top of a hill. I see something back there. But I know we were sticking close to the lake, and the lake is just over there. So I hope I can find it. And I hope I don't get lost. I think I remember this. This is where we came to get our spruce boughs. I see a big hill. That might actually be the hill. This might not be it. I have a feeling it's much farther down that way. Let's see, this is a path or a trail. Oh, I think I know where I am. That's a toilet. Looks pretty used. And this is a camp. So a little fire pit here, and then they built this. Now this is impressive. It's a chimney. There's another piece of it. And this is where you do your fire. They have a rotisserie right here. Some grills. I mean, I could have set up camp right here. It's not as windy, but let's go over this hill and I'll show you guys where we were camped. Yeah, so that's a great spot. And I think I see it. Yeah, it's a great spot. But knowing that people walk past there, I mean, where I am right now, I'm right off a trail. So people can walk past there at any time. Oh man, there's so much firewood here. All these trees. Back there. This tree. Oh, I see it. So this was one camp. These are the spruce boughs. It's crazy how they're still green. And then this was another one right here. And then mine was over here. So we took it all down. We obviously destroy it, get rid of everything. But all this wood, I could have been using it to build my bed. No wind here at all. Yeah, and the lake is just past that hill there. It's a great spot. I know I took some pictures. I didn't do a lot of videos and stuff. This was just like a test run. We've never done it before. None of us. There was 3 of us here, especially in the winter. I'll be honest, it wasn't great. Not experienced at all. I was warm in my shelter, but I was getting smoked out the whole time. So the wind was pushing the smoke into my shelter. It was a great experience. If I can find the pictures and videos, I'll show you guys what I was talking about. I might only have pictures and videos of my shelter that I built. It's great to be back here Now I know exactly where it is. I see a beaver dam. Right back there. Yeah, so let's try to find my way back. I just collected a couple rocks here. Got to build my fire pit before I start with dinner. Got to make a fire first. Bacon wrapped chicken kebab with some biscuits. That's on the menu today for dinner. This time I got myself some skewers. This last time I used bamboo skewers and they just burned through. Oh, that's so good. This is what they look like. So let's try one. Oh yeah, that's done. Oh my goodness. So the biscuits turned out. Yeah. Get myself some hot sauce, some barbecue sauce. Oh. Finger licking good. Yeah, so the fire, it works. I do feel the heat once I get it going. It's excellent. Oh yeah, now for my favorite part. Doing dishes. So I'm just out for a little walk. It's 7:15. It's starting to hail. You can see the little pebbles here. Yeah, it's a great day. I'm getting really tired. Fire's going strong. It's just I gotta process more wood, but I don't think I'll do that tonight. I got enough for now. I wish I brought a book with me. Kind of running out of things to do. I might call it early today. Well, we'll see what the night brings. I gotta put my camera down, I gotta charge it. I'll keep feeding the fire, and if anything interesting happens, I'll let you guys know. Morning. I did not sleep good. Way too hard. I mean, I did sleep, It was more like on and off. I kept twisting, turning. It was very uncomfortable. But when I did sleep, it was good. I was going to wake up even earlier. It is 6:30 in the morning. I wanted to get up at 5:30, but I was way too tired. I woke up probably every half hour throughout the whole night. And it did rain last night. Everything stayed dry. I stayed dry. But I'm tired. Alright, let's get fire going. I need coffee. And then I'll probably make breakfast and then go out fishing. This is not salt. That's sugar. Last time I took this with, I had pepper and salt. But I also have Old Bay seasoning. So I figured I don't really need salt because of the seasoning mix that I have. So I switched that out to sugar. So now I can have a nice, luxurious coffee in the woods. Oh, that's good. It's definitely one of my favorite coffees. It's Kicking Horse. I think it's Three Sister. And it's medium roast. Oh, look at that. Spam, egg, avocado, biscuit, barbecue sauce, hot sauce. So easy to make, so good. I wasn't kidding when I said I had a lot of food. I was still gonna make some bacon too. It's one of the best hot sauces that I've ever had and probably ever will have. If I find the link to it, I'll leave it in the description and you guys can go and check it out. And the first time I had it, I was mind blown. And I bought myself 3 bottles right away. That's how good it is. They make different kinds. They make peach flavored, hot sauce, pineapple, mango. I can't remember what else, but those are the 3 bottles that I have at home. And they have lasted me for a very long time. And the spicy level on it, I mean, if you have it on your own, it's pretty spicy. But if you mix it with like barbecue sauce or anything, it's got a good kick. Highly recommend it. Still a couple hours to lunch. Gives me enough time to do some fishing. But if I don't even catch a fish, I might even just skip out on lunch, because that was a pretty big meal. I usually don't eat breakfast, so if I do, it fills me up pretty good. Time for dishes. Yay. So I just got back from fishing, not a single bite, and while I was fishing, something popped in my head that April, right? April is usually the time when the fish are spawning. A lot of fish species are closed, I think until, I can't remember, maybe June. The only fish that are open is lake trout and sunfish, and I can't remember, I think there's like maybe 2 more. But I doubt there's lake trout in this lake, and if there are, I'm probably have to take a boat out. And sunfish, I have no idea. So I put my fishing rod down. I'm not going to touch it anymore until I know more information about it. I have some service out here, so I just checked, and sure enough, northern pike, bass, that's all closed. I'm not very hungry. It's almost lunchtime. So I might be skipping out on lunch or have a little snack. I got to process wood, so I'm going to take the majority of the day to do that, because I'm going to need a lot of that overnight. It's hard to see them, the tiny little ducklings there. If you're not from Canada and you see something like that and you come across a family of geese, I recommend not to approach. They will attack, and all I can say is good luck. I'm gonna need a lot more than that. All of this is probably, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hour burn time. Probably just gonna gather a bit more wood and then hunker down, take a nap. I'm a little tired. Just had a little nap. Feeling a bit better. I'm a little hungry. Since I didn't have bacon in the morning, I have some bacon left over. And for lunch, it's 1:30 right now. But for lunch, I was gonna make some fish tacos. But now I'm gonna make some bacon taco. I don't know if you guys heard that. That's a gunshot. And they don't know I'm here. Good, how are you doing?
Walter, you here for a while, are you?
Just another night.
Yeah. Good. Oh yeah, she's nice quiet back there with the gate.
Camping spot back there.
Back there, yeah, there's a bunch of them up the lake.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, if you ever had a boat, yeah, there's a bunch of nice spots up there. Well, have fun.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was interesting. Yeah, that was one of the guys that lives out on the lake here. And he just came by and chatted a bit. That's good. With bacon. Ooh. Time to do dishes. And the wind's just not giving up. And my tarp, it was flopping around the whole time. And I was just worried that something's gonna happen. If it was, I was worried that it was gonna happen at night while I'm sleeping. So what I did is I ran another line from here down there. So now this is, it's solid. It's not moving around. And then in the back here, and then I put a couple of rocks down here to kind of tighten this up, the ridge line. So now, as you can see, I don't have the stick in there and it doesn't dip. Those are the couple changes I made so far. I processed some wood before I had lunch. So I managed to get a pile right here and a pile right there. So that's the wood for overnight. So I don't have to get out. I just get up, grab the wood and throw it in. I did the same thing last night. Yeah, other than that, I'm pretty sure I got enough wood to last me overnight. All the wood here, that's basically to keep the fire going. To cook dinner, I have other stuff that I'm gonna use. I'm basically ready for the night. I'm gonna try to prop the stick in there just for me to sit, but I think overnight I will take the stick out just to bring that down and trap more heat inside. Hopefully that'll work. But now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do by my head space. I was already thinking to flip, so my head is there and my feet is there, but it slopes down slightly. I don't want to risk having a head rush at night from having too much blood going to my head. I have to keep my head over there, but now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do on that side. But we'll see. I'll give it another maybe hour or two. If the wind dies down and it's not gonna be bad, or if the wind changes, I won't do anything. In the meantime, I'll try to figure out what I can put there, because I don't have any rope left. The rope that's hanging by the tree, that's to pull my food bag up. I might have to find some flat rock. Oh, that's actually a good idea. I saw a lot of flat rock, kind of like this one, like that one. It's really flat, and I can use that to lean against here to kind of give myself a wind block. But I'm gonna need a pretty big one, and I've seen some. I just don't know how big they are. So I'm gonna hike out to where I saw them. I just need one, but if I find two, I might go back and get another one. I have nothing else to do. I could, to kill time, count the pines on these pine cones. Start that again. I'll go look for that rock instead. So I didn't find any flat rock. I found a couple, but small ones. I could take some spruce boughs, point off the ends, and stick them into the ground, and then weave a couple in between. I think I just saw something here. I might be able to use that. That's a down tree, and these are all still green. It's not very thick, but I could definitely use that. So I got some room on the top. I didn't want to close that for some airflow, so I don't get smoked out in there. I haven't looked on this side yet. I might not even need my bag there. I'll keep it there anyway. I got a decorative green wall, natural green wall, as a backboard on my bed. I just need a better mattress instead of logs. Okay, I think I'll be okay for tonight. Yeah, so I'm happy that worked out. Now I gotta start prepping for dinner. It's almost 6 o'clock. I got something good on the menu today. On today's dinner menu, Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Oh no, I'm spilling.
That's a big boy. It sure is crunchy. Now that's good. Better than a Taco Bell, that's for sure. I don't even know if I can say this met my expectation. It is way beyond that, for sure. Wow. One more bite. One more. Holy moly. Dishes. Yay. Well, 7:30. Sun's about to go down. So I'm just gonna relax now, wait till it gets dark, get the fire going, and then maybe go to bed early. I want to get up early tomorrow, pack everything up, make sure I'm all packed, and then head out. Oh, good morning. It was colder tonight than it was last night, but I slept so much better. I only woke up twice to throw some more wood on the fire. I'm not as tired. I did sleep a little longer than I wanted to. So everything worked great. I stayed warm. I was protected by the wind. So that wall that I built there, it helped a lot, keeping the tarp down, trapped a lot of heat inside. Now I'm just warming up, and I'm gonna start taking everything down, pack up, and I just want to get everything packed up and make sure that I'm ready to go. And I burned up all the wood that I processed yesterday. There. All packed up. Still got an hour before I gotta head out. It's only 9 in the morning. Probably gonna go over to the lake, warm up by the sun. I'm all packed up, made sure I didn't forget anything behind, so I had to tie that on my bag. It was a great experience. Definitely need something to entertain myself, a book, preferably something that's not too heavy, maybe something about bushcraft, foraging, stuff like that, so I can expand my knowledge on the outdoors, because this is definitely something that I want to really get into. I had fun. It was good. This is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, for joining me, staying with me, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. Maybe leave a comment on what else I should cook out in the woods. Give me a challenge and I'll see if I can perfect it. But until then, peace out.